Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanam Mrityo mukshya
Постріл!
Mamritatte.
I never imagined I'd end up in a war and lose my loved ones. Yet I still want to see beauty. And remain empathetic. I really want to preserve my soul in a place where everything disappears. I'm 38 years old. My name is Dok. I'm a digital artist, filmmaker, and a photographer. A child of nature. I'd been living and working in Asia for a while. I created digital versions of 61 statues of Gandhi across India.
Distance 1.75 kilometers.
But nowhere felt like home. The idea? To go to the middle of nowhere and build my own world for all dreamers to gather. To let my roots and branches grow. I found a place in a canyon at the end of the village. There will be a dome-shaped yoga space, a solar power plant, workshops, and a fragrant garden. Here, in the village, I feel a lot of energy. I can feel every cell in my body breathe. Konseba is made up of dozens of old houses with straw roofs, crystal clear air, and silence. One day, our little commune will grow, and we'll build a city. This place is absolutely amazing. In summer, you can just hang out, relax outdoors. There are these things on the walls. It's a fantastic little place. And this is Daria, a devotee of Krishna. She recently joined our commune. Some need dough, others film. This is how it works. Andriy is mastering the art of cinematography, Daria is mastering the art of chapati making, and Dima is making a joint for himself. Oh no, it's actually for me. Oh, it's not a joint. It's just tobacco, unfortunately. I sense something looming, something imminent. Like a tsunami or a snowstorm. As if everything around me is holding its breath.
This morning, Russian President Vladimir Putin, he has begun a military invasion of Ukraine.
Was shaken awake with distant explosions, and throughout the day, people have watched on in horror from windows on television.
Well, we made it to the Kopika store. The shelves are already half empty. All the cereals and everything else is gone. It feels like a parallel reality. Sirens wailing all over the country, tanks rolling in. Everything is turned upside down. A whole delegation.
Wow, is this Texas?
Yeah, Texas. Please park your car and let's go.
Okay, good.
So the refugees arrived and got straight to work. Zhenya's also joined us.
Good morning.
Morning, how do you feel?
Great. It's enjoyable work after the journey. The mood is great.
Cool. Are we preparing for winter?
We're preparing for a cold spring.
And so the love shelter was born. Our community has grown fivefold. We're now 25. Friends, we are training the commandos of love. Just wait a little, and we'll march on Kyiv. Someone's got to bring all of it over there. We live in two neighboring houses, support each other, and try to maintain a normal life. We're like one big tribe.
Днем рождения тебя.
Despite the war, I've never felt as happy as I do now. At this moment in life, in this paradise. Well, friends, I've got a summons for a medical commission from people in military uniform. That's how it goes. The motherland calls. What should I do? Should I hide from the mobilization? Go to the mountains? Escape abroad? Or should I face the challenge? Was I born into this world to take somebody's life? Today I was rereading the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna's words are fateful. Perform your duty, Arjuna. Summon your resolve. Rise and fight. The farewell was hard. We're lining up for bulletproof vests and helmets. Let's try it. Anxiety. Anticipation. It's a new chapter in my life. The training camp is hidden in the north of the country. We're being trained as scouts in an air assault brigade. These guys are the vanguard. My grandfather was also a scout in the Second World War. I grew up listening to his stories. Got these Soviet aluminum utensils, mugs, spoons. I'm gonna test them. The guys are already here. I'm part of the war now. An arrow in Arjuna's quiver. No time to think, plan the future, or reflect. Everything feels like an adventure. It's as if I've landed in a film, and we're the cool guys from an action movie.
Dog, I found a spot for a greenhouse. I just had to show you. Check this out. What if we cover this place with polycarbonate and install a door? We could install ultraviolet lamps or whatever lighting is needed. Then we'd be able to grow plants here. I'd like to grow microgreens. I've realized that would bring me real joy, and you could drop by for green smoothies and fresh microgreens.
A beautiful flower for Daria. Just look at this color. It's magical. Here I am, lying in ambush. We're having a tactical training session. It's fun. We're actually having fun. We're on a military flight to the UK with the guys.
That's how we roll.
In England, we're trained to operate armored vehicles that the Allies are going to send to Ukraine. The first deliveries. They've got a swimming pool here, and they've let us use it. Super cool. I swam in the ocean. The water is awesome. Check out the view. It's Great Britain, guys. Powerful stuff.
Hello, hi guys.
The Rangers camp is like a huge scout camp for grown-ups.
Я десантник Збройних сил України.
Я воїн і складова військового колективу.
Я воїн і складова військового колективу.
Я служу народові України.
Я служу народові України.
І живу за законами її Збройних сил.
І живу за законами її Збройних сил.
Центральний третьому, що у вас там?
Центральний третій, до стрільби готовий.
I've been appointed platoon commander. I've shown my guys the Sadhu board, and now they're taking turns to see who can stand on the nails the longest.
My legs are in total shock anyway. I want to cry.
Can I step on your foot? I don't quite like this role. I'm trying to take it easy. We're all in the same boat.
Hell no, I'm not doing it.
You can do it. Gonna take a shower. You find your people everywhere. For instance, Thor, Krishnite, and vegetarian. We're receiving ammo. Thor, how much did you get? In civilian life, Thor is a hotel manager. In the army, he's a military psychologist. A very warm person.
Look, these are nice.
Oh, cool. Kids' drawings.
This one's from Dasha, 5 years old. Varia, how old is she, 8 or 9?
Cool.
And this one's from Natasha, she's 34.
Very cute.
Does he remind you of someone?
Looks like this guy I know.
Who?
A red-headed guy. I also like Skiff. He's a television actor, a creative person. His mind is full of ideas, yet he remains responsible and perceptive. This is Plusik, our cook. He's the life of the party and loves to dance. He's seen a lot in life. He spent time in prison. Maybe that's why camp life feels easier for him.
What's up, guys?
Look, Recon is here. Will you take the lounge chair? Walking through the nicest spot.
Oh,
None of us prepared for war.
River seals.
Plusik nearly drowned. Saving Private Plusik. We need you alive. Drowning's prohibited.
The boat was captured!
As I look at the guys, I realize we're not commandos at all. We're more like a group of friends on vacation. Ordinary men, torn from their lives, their families, and dreams by Providence. What lies ahead for us? Dima, how you feeling?
I'm fine.
Of course you are. But really, tell me honestly, what's going on inside you? Everyone says they're fine, ready for combat. But how are you truly?
I don't know yet. I'm not going to beat my chest and call myself a hero. That wouldn't be true. Well, there is fear, yes. Fear of the unknown. But I keep it to myself because I know I have no right to show it. I'm an officer, after all. And what should I do? Start screaming? A soldier's happiness is actually very simple. Happiness really lies in simple things.
Nice.
Come on, come on.
Who's here? This is Doc.
Doc, is it really you? It's so beautiful.
This is my first leave. I'm really excited and happy that Daria agreed to visit me.
Come on, crouch down.
That one was closer.
Guys, stay close to the walls. Come here.
Quiet, it's all right.
A cruise missile. A cruise one. Hell.
It's getting closer and closer to us. The vehicles are screwed.
Yesterday, about 10 missiles struck our training ground. Here's what one of them left behind. This was a barracks. Luckily, it was empty. No one was hurt. The roof and beams collapsed. They shattered into pieces. It's still a bit warm. Now we have this noodle. Good morning, Mr. Pushkin. Stand at attention. Feels like we've reached a new level in this game. Camp and training life is behind us now. Something has changed. And in a big way. Everyone's gotten more serious. More disciplined. More responsible. Oh, look, he's doing yoga. Of course, he also has to scratch himself. No getting around it.
Even if you feel like crying, it's fine. This idea that men don't cry is bullshit. Women live longer than us simply because they cry. Proper crying is when you go into the bushes and wail like a beluga for 10 or 15 minutes. And those 10 to 15 minutes of crying are actually really healthy. They reset your mental state. Vomiting is great too. Just step aside and make yourself throw up.
The first combat mission is soon. I can see that Thor is afraid. Just like all of us. I don't know how I'll respond in an extreme situation. Will I manage to overcome panic? What if I freeze in fear and my body stops obeying me? Will I be able to kill an enemy?
Of course I'm scared. I can't pretend I'm not. But I fear the uncertainty, not the war itself. It's the not knowing what comes next, what lies ahead. Honestly, I don't know how anyone gets used to this. When you go there and you... I don't think we came into the world for this. We weren't born to kill.
We're actually preparing for a major offensive on Kherson. The first stage is to cross the river, seize a small town, eliminate enemy forces, and hold the position in this town. Originally, we were all supposed to go, but the plan changed. Now we have a group of 15. The guys are almost ready to head out. They'll secure the position and we'll join them later. Is this your first combat mission?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid. But I know what I'm fighting for.
O great champion, John the warrior, grant our sinful and unworthy servants the blessings prepared by God for those who love him. For to him belongs all glory, honor, and worship. To the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, now and forever. Amen.
My friends, Thor and Skiff, are in that vehicle. They'll be the first to face war.
Как ты вообще? Расскажи в целом.
Хуёво.
Что там по этим, по 200-м? Кто там остался?
Шустрый Николаевич, иноземцы. Маркет пропал. Пацаны Ромео и Арси вчера вышли на связь, больше не выходят. На точке их не было.
Угу.
Пизда, Док. Это пизда.
This cannot be. It just can't. The brain refuses to believe it's true. The entire group was killed. Only 4 people survived out of 15. Skiff is one of the survivors. He's wounded but managed to get in contact.
Без арты, без нихуя пошли нападение по дороге, блядь. Мне попали в руку.
А что Тор? Как с Тором? Как с Тором там?
My friend, I feel empty and lost. Their bodies are still out there on the battlefield. We're getting ready to move out. Now it's our turn to move out, into the fight. Armor, bag, rifle, gear packed. Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, my body trembles, my mouth is dry, my bow slips from my hands, my skin burns." Holy f***. Move it. More distance. Lead group, advance. The world ends here. Beyond that forest, the world ends, and the darkness begins.
That was a thermobaric blast.
Ground Zero looks like a swarming anthill. People running everywhere. Some rushing to help, others just looking for shelter. Reba, we're exposed. Faster. A fresh group with ammo goes in one direction.
Careful. Try and help.
An hour later, they're carried back. Mind his leg.
Lift the side.
What are we doing?
Turn him on his side.
Hold on, brother.
Guys, water, fast.
We've been evacuating the wounded all day.
A little bit.
Is that what you expected?
None of us imagined it would be like that. We were preparing for something else.
Ready. We're advancing on Kherson. The orcs are firing everything they've got. It happens everywhere. You walk through forests littered with ammo, cartridges, grenades, grenade launcher rounds. Tracer cartridges. Stuff is lying everywhere. It's like a video game. You just pick things up as you go. Garbage and the stench of corpses are everywhere. This is the first time I see the corpses.
One, two, three.
The smell makes you gag the moment you approach. A kind of panic or fear takes hold of you. You just want to get out of there because the smell hits your nose, and your body instinctively urges you to flee. I could barely suppress my gag reflex. Grad shells incoming.
Хабиб, танкисту прием. Аркан танкисту, тихий танкисту. Выйдите, стой танкисту, прием.
Doc, I felt it again.
Fear?
Yes, fear.
Extreme. A roller coaster's got nothing on this.
На приеме. Ваши 115.
I try to find a beauty in the sounds. The rattle of machine guns, explosions. I imagine it's just a performance. Or a radio drama. Sooner or later, there'll be an intermission. Roots have begun to grow in my trench. Life refuses to stop. It goes on. Nature pushes forward.
Right, here it comes. They hate us so deeply. Burning, fighting, bombing us. But in fact, they're afraid of us.
Bingo! And then the intermission comes. These intermissions are euphoric. You and your friends are alive. It's my third day away from the combat zone. Daria and I are living in a small house on the village outskirts. This is our family lunch. Borscht, salad, some buns.
Sour cream?
So, there's a chance to rest, even in the middle of the war. Daria decided to join me here in the war. We've rented a house not far from the front, and she's waiting for me there. The liberated villages are deserted. The crops are ready for harvest, but nobody's here to gather them.
Should we check inside the house?
Okay. It reminds me of my house in Konseba. The same fate awaits it if we don't stop the enemy. Some old lady used to live here. Look at the yarn. She used to knit. She had asthma.
Yeah, my son has asthma too.
An icon. Very old, ancient.
This is the chalky crossing.
I'm slowly adjusting to this world. Sometimes I even find beauty in these hellish lights. They're firing at us with fireworks. The grass is burning. We can't take Bilakhirko for a while. It looks like an impenetrable fortress. We hide in forests and tree lines, trying to advance. But to no avail. From the depths of hell, I went to heaven. Dew-covered grass. Fantastic. My homeland. I got a short 5-day leave. A parallel reality where no one speaks of war. I don't tell anyone where I was just yesterday, about my experience. I'm simply enjoying myself to the fullest. The wildest party-goer at the festival. That's me. But something's changed. My knees ache from carrying heavy military gear. My body's no longer as flexible as before. And the joy isn't quite so pure. And the contrast is stark. Dreams of an ideal world. And the reality. I think of my friends. How are they doing? I want to live. At some point, I suddenly went blind and collapsed to the ground. For several minutes, I could neither see nor hear. I couldn't feel my body. Only my consciousness remained. It wasn't frightening. On the contrary, I felt clarity and focus. I was chanting my favorite mantra. Running on adrenaline, I made it back to camp. I don't remember much after that. I'm vomiting constantly. There's a ringing in my ears.
I love you so, so, so much.
What's that sigh about?
I've had a headache for 6 days now. A piece of shrapnel pierced my helmet and struck my head hard.
Okay, now relax.
A constant and unbearable headache. I feel nauseated. I've lost the ability to taste or smell food. Everything is fine. Daria's noticed how often I say this. As if it's not just the food that's become tasteless. Life itself has too. Everything is fine. Before falling asleep, I keep imagining the moment. The moment I'll return home, to my village. But the love shelter no longer exists. All the dreamers are gone. Only the old-timers stayed. It's as if everything is rolled back. The town of the future remained in the past. Plusik often sends me videos from the front line.
Morning. The night went just as planned. We kicked some Russian asses. Smashed them properly. Now it's breakfast time. The Russians are gone. Look what they left behind. All this was stolen from people. Bloody glass table, leather sofa, for f***'s sake. Fucking meat. No way. A bong, little jerks.
My thoughts are there. With the guys.
Is it stuck or not?
It's stuck.
You shouldn't take it out.
Skiff is injured. We keep advancing. We've taken Bilahirko. Losing people close to me has become less painful. But Plusik's death overwhelmed me. He died a hero, alone, covering the group's retreat. He was the only one with ammunition left. They shot him point blank. If I'd been there beside him, things might have turned out differently. I wish I could see him here, in Konceba. I wish all the guys could come here, once the war is over, to build a new world.
Давай, давай!
I returned to the front line right at the end of the Kherson operation, when the orcs were retreating beyond the Dnipro River. We passed through 4 villages already, and the people greet us everywhere. They celebrate, hug us, hand us flowers. Incredible emotions. Our guys are crying. Grandmothers are crying. Soldiers too. The emotions are overwhelming.
We're Ukrainians.
That's right. That's right.
You're so beautiful. So handsome. I can't take my eyes off of you.
We've been waiting for you, and now you're finally here.
Come here, girls. These are my granddaughters. Come.
They were ready to leap onto the vehicle just to hug us. Doc, I can't take this anymore. This moment, it was worth all the fighting. I'm sorry that those who died can't witness this, but I believe their souls are still with us.
Today's December 2nd. We're leaving the Kherson region for the Donetsk sector, Kramatorsk area. It's gonna get more serious now. More difficult. That's how it goes. Good, this is Doc. Are you keeping up with us? Everything all right? Over. The further east we go, the more emptiness I feel inside. I don't feel like filming anymore. I've been made company commander. It frightens me, because now I'm responsible for hundreds of lives. Donbass is considered the heart of the war. The most brutal fighting happens here.
Вперед, вперед! Тільки раз заводили. Двічі чи 3.
Which direction are the Russians? Got it. The Wagner group is positioned here. That's what it's like in Bakhmut. The enemy could be lurking behind any corner. Some civilians are still here, not many. Maybe 1 or 2 per flat block. I don't fully trust them. They could be spying on our positions. You walk past buildings with no doors, no windows, and your heart pounds like mad. The sense of the enemy is different here.
Don't go in there. There are grenades.
There's a sniper somewhere. Feels like someone's always aiming at me. Constant paranoia and tension. The flat doors are wide open, with someone's lives scattered inside them, upside down. Photos, clothes, makeup. My boots are constantly stepping on someone's memories. I walk into people's homes without hesitation. How are you? A bit better? To me, they're just firing points.
Doc, can I get more video messages from you as a birthday present, please? I want to see you more next year. If only you knew how everything inside me trembles when I just look into your eyes. This is very, very, very precious to me.
This is hell. Except it's a very, very cold hell. We have a special forces fighter called Shkot. 80th level camouflage armor. Keeps you warm and stealthy. It's minus 15 degrees Celsius outside. I can't find warmth in these concrete basements. This is our dungeon in the high-rise. Guys are asleep, getting rest however they can. Over there's the kitchen, with a power generator and a gas tank. The men are cold and sick. Many have frostbite. Only jokes keep us warm a bit. Are you warming up the mayonnaise?
Yeah, warming the mayonnaise. I want it on my sandwich. Using a water bath.
What's wrong with it? Why warm it up?
It's frozen, like all of us.
Frozen?
Poor frozen thing. It's stone hard.
I want to shut down, to seal all my feelings inside. I write to Daria rarely now, and only in short messages. A plus sign, or everything's okay. She sees I'm pulling away. She's really worried.
I feel so lonely. I love you. But something has to change.
Це Коля Толя, повтори.
We need to rescue Vakulo. A Wagner tank destroyed the flat where my guys had a lookout. They're under the rubble. Kolya Tolia, where do we take the wounded? Hurman!
I'm here.
You okay?
Yes.
Have you found him?
No, I haven't seen him.
Half of Vakula's face is gone.
Let's go, fast. Where's the car?
Over there.
It's the first time I've seen something this horrific. Let's go, careful. Let's go.
Doc, you stay here.
Do you have a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, we do.
Come on, faster. Faster.
До нас вези, Коля Толя, зараз там везеш до нас, Коля Толя визначає зараз куди і каже тобі куди.
Коля, Толя, я Ребе. Прием. Ребе, я Коля, Толя. Прием. Дон, машина. Эвакуация. Я плюс. Терминал. Дон, я Коля, прием.
Коля, Толя, машину відправили до вас. Відправили до вас. Визначай, куди його далі відправляти.
Here, take the rifle, just in case. He bled out halfway. We're in Solidar, half surrounded. Enemy in 3 directions. 700 meters in one, a kilometer in another, about 800 meters in the third. It's urban combat. The enemy pushes forward with infantry in small groups. They crawl non-stop. They don't spare their people. They just move forward. Once one group is wiped out, another one comes. Some die, but others press on. Eventually, they reach our positions.
The stairs are...
The stairs are...
Yeah.
Let's go to the first one, then. I don't film during combats. But I shoot. I don't feel joy when I hear them scream in pain. But I do feel joy when the hit lands. It means I've used my weapon right. I completed the task. Shooting a person turns out to be easier than I thought. You just aim and pull the trigger. No philosophy, not an ounce of doubt. What's worse is losing your brothers in arms, especially when you're their commander. And that's what happened. I sent 6 men to check the next building entrance and secure a position. There was an ambush. I heard their screams on the radio for a couple of minutes. Then, silence.
Плюс, там є розвідка. Надо посилить їхній правий край.
Take the backpacks. All of you get down. We were trapped. There were around 100 Russians. I got shell-shocked by an explosion. My left hand went numb for a while. I could barely think or hear, but I kept firing back. I whispered a mantra. So here's the situation out here. It's difficult. We're surrounded from all sides. There's only one route for withdrawal. The enemy's 800 meters to the right and the left. We'll probably have to retreat gradually. We have no manpower, no heavy equipment, just a few light armored vehicles and some infantry. It's very hard. The loss of 6 friends was devastating, because I was the one who sent them, and all of them were killed there. I think about it constantly, day and night. I keep asking myself, how could I have done it differently? My heart carries such heaviness, such pain. It was terrifying. They started pushing at night. Wave after wave, relentlessly. I thought we'd be surrounded and wouldn't get out. I prayed to Krishna, whispering his prayer. Somehow it helped. Now I've gotten a bit used to the situation, but it's still hard. There's a shell-shocked dog wandering around. It's deaf, but it clings to us. The enemy keeps advancing. Mostly convicts. Total scumbags. They just walk in the dark. No lights, no night vision. We took one prisoner. He told us they're pushed forward at gunpoint. If they refuse, they're shot on the spot. Barely any hesitation. I've cleaned my rifle. Now I'll wait to see what happens next. But we're being squeezed out little by little. Over and out.
We'll go up a hill and shoot from there. Let's get out of here.
Some fighters can't take it and are breaking down, especially the rookies. They're scared. Less than half of the soldiers are actually fighting.
What does Pushkin say?
Enemy shooters behind the railway. There's a gunfight.
Behind the railway?
Yeah. We're scattering.
What are we even doing here?
Sitting and waiting for God knows what. Maybe an opportunity will show up to...
Let's take part of the guys away. And some vehicles. Leave just one vehicle behind. There's nothing more for us to do here. Guys are running in different directions. So we don't leave in one big convoy. No one gives you orders either? No orders?
Watch out for the fragments. Go, go. Fast, come on. I led my company out of encirclement to the outskirts of Soledar. Later, a video surfaced in Russian groups, showing the bodies of my guys still lying in a line near the building entrance. I watched it. That image is stuck in my mind. It's on repeat. This is very tough. I feel so much guilt. I can't get used to this constant traffic of death. And I can't save my men. I don't want to be the one deciding who dies next. I am completely powerless against this war machine. The war is crushing me. I was thrown by the blast wave, injured my arm. Everything's okay, but my hearing got much worse. My left ear is nearly deaf. The eardrum is totally shattered. Sometimes my knee joint pops out, and then I can't stand on my leg for days. I need surgery. Daria, look, I've been awarded another medal. This one is for severe injury. I'll bring this medal home. My friends are also battered by war. I met them at the hospital.
So this is it?
A free man.
A civilian.
How cool is that, Andriy? So happy.
Once and for all.
War hero. Hero. No way.
Damn.
Looks like a rune.
Beautiful, isn't it? I need to cover my entire back with a tattoo.
You better lose some weight to lighten the load.
I've actually gained weight.
That's what I mean.
Whoa, what's this?
A colostomy bag, a drain. The intestine comes out here.
Bad news from the front. Skiff died a few days ago. I don't want to get attached to anyone anymore. My love.
Hello.
A balloon. Cool.
Look who's here.
Cool, a real lion. After 2 tough surgeries, I have months of rehabilitation ahead. An amazing encounter with you. A magical day. It's so nice. What a joy. Just to touch the water, the sand. The sun is so nice. But in every moment of happiness, there's a sting of guilt. The neighbors brought a bed outside. I lie there all day, just watching the world around me. Greetings. Being immobilized is torture to me. The war has rooted itself inside me. I brought it home with me. People say that I've gotten too harsh, that I smoke too much weed, that I act like a commander, giving orders to everyone. They say I have PTSD, that I need to get treatment. The flies,
Where?
all around me.
Это татуировка, да.
I don't feel anything. No taste, no smell, no warmth of an embrace. I'm alone here, even though I'm always surrounded by people. Krishna says a warrior should walk the warrior's path. But am I really a warrior? How do I wash off the ashes of war? How do I become tender and loving again? I took LSD. A practitioner I know held a psychedelic session for me. We talked about guilt and helplessness. At one point I realized helplessness is a choice. I decided to walk without crutches for the first time. War is a huge bleeding wound in the middle of my chest. I don't want to go back there. I've decided to build a rehabilitation center. There, in the canyon. I want to help others come back to life. And maybe it will help me return too. We'll call it Goloka, Krishna's eternal realm. So far, we've only had enough money for a big dugout to practice yoga. It was meant to have a roof, but I miscalculated the design, so we left it open. They call me a dreamer. No one believes in the center like I do. Sometimes the memories overwhelm me. People say my face changes. But overall, everything is fine. Position secured. 450. Over and out.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna.